We see someone standing in front of a campfire, as we see two swords next to a log. As we see it's a woman, as we hear the sound of something coming from the forest, as she says, "If you're alive, I let you live. If you're dead, you can kindly fuck off now, please." Oh, right. You don't know how to do such a thing. My bad. She picks up her two swords and kills two deadheads. Then she sees a sign that says, "Blackberry Ranch, next right." She looks at it and says, "Well, looks like it's time to poke a bear or two." We see a seaweed-covered deadhead as Ryder then plows through it on the raft. As we see, they arrive on the island. As they all get off, and Jade says, "Wow, ocean waters. I haven't seen that since my mom took me when I was little." Rob says, "It's so peaceful out here." We see two men show up. One has a bow and the other has a sickle, and one of them says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, who the hell are these people, Holly?" Rob says, "Well, it was peaceful." He pulls out his weapon, and Holly says, "Dawson, put your weapons down. These are friends of the road." Dawson says, "Mara? Ryder? Damn, I never thought I'd see you guys again. I thought we parted ways for a good reason. At least that's what we agreed to with Mrs. West." The other guy says, "Where's Morgan?" Holly has blood on her hands and says, "He's gone." Ryder says, "He died getting here." Dawson looks sad, and he says, "Well, what the hell are we going to tell Velhazer?" Holly says, "I'll talk to her." Dawson says, "She's not here." Holly says, "Well, where the hell is she?" Dawson says, "Out looking for you. We all thought you died after you didn't come home that night." Holly says, We got attacked by some bad people out there. So did Mara and Ryder. This here is Rob Johnson and his daughter Jade. They were attacked by these people too. We were hoping you could take them in at least for the time being." Dawson says, "Well, it's not my call, but if you trust these guys, I'm sure Vel will see the light here too." Holly says, "All right, let's get you guys settled." Back at Blackberry Ranch, we see Urban, Nancy, Nate, and Lisa doing some yard work. As we see this woman walks up to the gates, as she lets herself in, as Urban and his family look on edge. As we see a few of the workers come out of the ranch house, as she walks up to them, and Nancy says, "And who are you? You mind stating your business before you just walk into our land?" The woman says, "Oh, well, it wasn't guarded. People don't have land anymore, ma'am. The world has belonged to the dead for decades, in case you hadn't heard. Now, I'm not here to talk about your beautiful property, which, might I add, is lovely. I'm looking for two of my friends, and their names are Morgan and Holly. Those names ring a bell to any of you?" Urban says, "Don't know anybody with those names." The woman says, "You sure?" Urban says, "Positive." The woman says, "And what's your name?" Urban says, "I'm Urban. What's yours?" The woman says, "I'm Velhazer." "Now let me tell you something, Urban. My mother always told me that I was a good artist, so on my way over here, I figured I'd draw you a sketch of my friends. Take a good look. Now, do those people look familiar to you?" She hands it to them, and Urban kind of looks on edge. And Velhazer looks at him, dead in the eyes, and says, "Wow, do you always do that with your cheekbones when you lie?" Some of Urban's fighters surround her, and she says, "Oh my god, whatever happened to honest communication around here? My friend's tracks led me to this area, and I'm starting to understand why." She then knocks 4 of the men down that try to attack her, as she cuts them up a bit and leaves them bleeding on the ground, and Urban draws his weapon as she then starts walking away, and she says, "Well, Mr. Urban, consider that a friendly warning. Although if I find my friends' bodies anywhere around here, this will escalate." She leaves the ranch, and Urban looks pissed and says, "Son of a bitch." Back at the island, we see Rob and the others walking up a huge hill, as they then see a huge castle built in stone, and Rob and Jade both look blown away, as Rob says, "What is this place?" Dawson says, Back in the late 2010s, this place was created to film a movie before everything went down. Sadly, it never saw the light of day because the movie couldn't be finished due to the end of the world happening. So our parents built this place up, and now the next generation will get to have a place just like this too. Jade says, "Wow, that's impressive." We see Rob and Jade getting a tour of the place as they smile and wave to a few people, as Holly says, "Follow me. You both are gonna get your own place," which is one of my favorite views of the sea, and Rob says, "You okay?" Holly says, "Yeah, I'm okay." She keeps moving, and Rob can see that Morgan's death is hitting her. Back at Blackberry Ranch, we see Urban walking up to Cody as he says, "Where the hell have you been?" "Jesus. Well, you suck at your job." Cody says, "What happened?" Urban says, "This samurai bitch came in and hurt some of us. She was looking for some dipshits and we had to force her out." Cody says, "She say her name?" Urban says, "Yeah, some Vale something, I don't know. Look, track her down, kill her, okay, please, before any more shit goes down." Cody says, "You got it." He starts walking away, as he then looks at Urban and says, "You know, maybe think about cannibalism next time, dickhead." Urban looks frustrated because his ranch is starting to turn ugly. Back at the island, we see Holly takes them to the new place as Rob says, "Wow." Jade says, "Oh my god, this is beautiful." Rob says, "Yeah, it is." Holly, "You sure this is alright? I mean, we don't want to be burdens." Holly says, "No, don't mention it. Besides, any friend of Mara and Ryder's are friends of mine." Rob says, "Well, it's much appreciated." Holly says, "You know, you should come to the arena tonight. We have some entertainment that we like to dish out by the end of every week. You know, to keep people entertained. You should come watch." Rob says, "Shoot, I'm down." Jade says, "Yeah, let's do it." Back with Val Hazer. We see her walking through the woods. As she's walking through, she stops, as she says, "You know, it's pretty hard to sneak up behind me when you walk like a drunken dipshit. I'm gonna keep walking." She keeps walking, as she then spots Cody and 4 men in front of her. She then says, "This couldn't be what it was, huh? Fair enough." She throws 2 knives and kills 2 of them instantly. Cody and the 2 others charge at her as she then slices up the 2 other men, as we then see some of their guts spill out, as she then pushes Cody down to the ground and she is about to kill him. Then she looks at him dead in the eyes and says, "Nah, too easy. Besides, a good hostage sounds just fine by me."